Look, the life of a handsome and jacked man is a lot more complicated than you would think, right? And again, I'm not saying it's me. Now all the keyboard warriors are going to be in the comments. Well, you're not handsome and jacked. You're ugly and fat. Why are you so narcissistic? I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about men who are objectively handsome to the populace, right? And I have to give them their flowers. I got to do it. But the fact of the matter is, I like to observe people a lot. I like to observe people who are objectively handsome and they're jacked. And I like to see why certain things don't work for them. And I get a lot of these people in the comments that are like, well, I'm handsome and I'm jacked, but women don't want to talk to me. People are scared of me. Let's talk about the handsome part, right? When you're a handsome man, hypothetically speaking, you're a handsome man, right? Or maybe you're working towards becoming handsome, and maybe this video is going to help you to when you get to that point. You're going to start to face what I like to call a paradox, right? Where you're handsome, but you can't necessarily say that you are. You can't necessarily act like you are, like this cocky guy. You kind of have to act like you're not. Right? It's really weird. You have to act like you're not, because the minute that you act like you're handsome is the minute that people are going to hate the fact that you are, and they're going to think that you're just cocky and you're arrogant and you're just not somebody that, they want to be around, right? You're going to exacerbate it, and the effect of you being handsome is going to dissipate. People are actually not going to see you as handsome anymore. They're going to see you as disgusting, and the hate, the negativity is going to be worse because you actually are handsome. That's the craziest part about it. And it gets worse because there are guys who will shout across the room, say, well, I'm a handsome guy. I get all the women in the world. See, that strategy works better when you're not handsome, because then you can just push it towards people and convince people that you are. And actually, you're perceived as funny. People laugh with you and you have this social poise to you. That's when it works, right? But when you actually are the thing, you don't ever want to say that you're the thing. It's like psychology 101. You never want to outright say what you are. It's innate. People are going to know. People are probably going to tell you that. You just say, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Man, just want to get like you, right? That's what we always say, man, just trying to get like you, bro. Like that's how you do it, because that's the social way of moving when you have this magnificent trait that God has given you, that you've worked for, et cetera, right? And can everybody be handsome? Unfortunately, no. Everybody can't be objectively handsome, but they can be handsome in their own way, right? This isn't a video of me teaching you how to do it. This is a video of me guiding you based on my observations, not of me, of course, how you can actually do this for yourself, how you can actually navigate through the world if you are objectively handsome, right? So, and also, when you have a face that looks good, you kind of don't want to do a lot of things that handsome people do as much, right? What makes you more interesting is, again, the paradoxical effect. You start fighting, right? You start getting into martial arts. You start getting gritty. You may be a construction worker. That's considered sexy to women, right? That's considered appealing and unique to men that see you, because you're not the typical script that's written. You're not the model. You're not the fitness influencer. You're not, you have this aspect. You're multidimensional, right? You do things that handsome people wouldn't do because they're afraid of their face. They're afraid of getting hit. They're very soft, right? Typically, extremely handsome people are seen as soft. So if you play towards that narrative, it's just not going to be seen as unique, right? And so you're not going to be an interesting person. But if you go pick up fighting, if you go become a firefighter, this is why women love the firefighters, they love the plumbers, they love all the guys who are objectively handsome doing those manly things, right? Or those manual labor type tasks, because a handsome man would not be seen doing that from a human psychology perspective. But, that's what you need to do. You need to do the opposite, right, of what society expects for you to do. That's the reality. Now, when it comes to getting jacked, right? You're a jacked guy. Your physique is great. I'm nowhere near jacked yet. I have a long way to go, all right? I have a long way to go. I know. You're going to say in the comments, bro, you're not even jacked. I know, dude. I know I'm not jacked. I know I have a long way to go, but I want to talk to the guys who look objectively jacked because I want to give them their flowers. And I want to help them because I see things that they may not see. Because if I'm not jacked and I'm seeing other guys who are jacked, I'm observing their behaviors because I'm a nerd. But anyway, when you are at a point where you're jacked, right? You're objectively jacked. People see you and they admire the way that you look, right? There's going to be a level of intimidation that you receive from people, right? And I've seen this from a lot of guys who are jacked, right? You come in, you're all like brolic and you have this face. See, it's another paradoxical effect. You have to actually become the nicest man in the room. It's the same if you're like dangerous, if you know how to like end someone's life, like you literally are a walking weapon. You have to appear nicer than somebody who's not, because the more nicer you appear, it's a paradoxical effect. People perceive you to be this like super intimidating, unapproachable, and like dangerous to be around guy. But if you just smile all the time and you talk and you keep your tone light and you don't get too aggressive, you don't get too intense, people will start to like you. People will start to get around you. And you'll actually be seen as somebody who is appealing to people, right? So when you get to the point where you do get jacked, you have to remember this. You have to remember. And you also need to start expanding your horizons. You can't, the interesting part about being jacked, what I would say is if you're going the getting money route, don't be a fitness coach. I mean, you can, it'll be profitable. But if you want to go beyond that, if you really want to take your life to the next level being jacked, do something that's more intellectual, right? Maybe do content creation and talk about things that aren't related to getting in shape all the time. Like, this is the best way to lift this weight. This is the best way to lift this cylinder up and down. Like, don't do that because you're already jacked. If you do something else, let's say you go start a tech company, or let's say you go build a business outside of the core health industry, you will be perceived in a higher dimension because you're taking your skills and you're moving them adjacently. You're taking your accomplishments and you're moving adjacently to something else. That's the secret. The secret is always doing the opposite of what people expect based on the strengths that you have, right? So when you do this, I want to go outside because I believe outside feels really good. And you guys come outside with me. But when you do this, you're going to get a lot more people who are interested in what you do and who you are and what you have to offer to the world. This is a very essential guide, I think, to guys who are jacked and handsome, because when you start to do these things, life will start to feel so much better for you. And you'll start to get a lot of these interesting results that aren't directly in effect of how you look and all of that, but it'll just boost everything else that you do, if that makes sense. I know this may complicate things for a lot of people, and some people may say, this is BS, he's just yapping. Yes, maybe I did wake up this morning and decided to yap to you guys. Maybe I'm in a great mood right now. I actually am in a great mood. But I hope this was valuable, because I don't think anybody talks about this stuff. I don't think anybody talks about how to comport yourself when you're jacked and you're handsome in public, right? And I'm not saying I am again. I think that what I've noticed, the other people who are can actually benefit from this, right? They can benefit from this. So I appreciate you, right? I appreciate you for watching. I hope you got something out of this. I hope some of the perspectives I gave you kind of opened your eyes as you're on your journey of getting jacked and you're getting handsome and you're getting rich. It's the same with money, by the way, right? Because when you have money, you have to act like you don't have money. And the reason for that is because when you do have money, people will think that you're arrogant and you're cocky, and they're not going to like you. You're going to turn a lot of people off, because when you have something that's very obvious like that, you don't want to show it. One, for your safety, right? It's the same with being handsome and you walk into a public area. Like, they cut people's faces in London, or even in New York, they throw acid on your face. You have to really act like you don't have it. And people will actually notice it more, and they'll start to compliment you more. Not saying that you want the validation of other people. Of course not, right? We don't need that. But it'll just kind of help you move through society a lot better. And maybe this video will motivate you and get you looking forward to the time that you do face that. And when you start to experience these things, you'll start to realize that you actually are the person that you wanted to become. These are just the telltale signs. Hate, people always commenting on your physique, people always saying that you're objectively you'll get those things, but you have to shrug it off like you don't even have it. Even when you have money, right? Maybe don't flash what you have all the time. Maybe don't always wear a Rolex every single place that you go. Maybe tone it down a little bit. Have the silent stealth wealth. It's cool. It's not you humbling yourself, because y'all know how I feel about being humble. It's just you making everything like it's normal. I think that's what it is. It's just keeping everything to the point where it's normal. Because the minute that you accentuate what you have and you put all of the emphasis on that, you do come off as very narcissistic, and you do come off as somebody who's just arrogant, and you don't really have anything else but that thing that you're flaunting around, right? So this is just a strategic way to avoid it. Human psychology 101, right? So I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend. I don't think I have to say like, comment, subscribe anymore, so I won't say it anymore. But share with a friend who is objectively handsome and jacked. And again, guys, no homo, dude. Like, no homo at all. Like, we're all good here, right? Like, well, even if you're not straight, dude, like, it's all good. Like, you're accepted, but like, bro, like, this was not a homo comment, you know? You guys like that? Y'all like that, right? I say this behind closed doors, but y'all get to see the little weird side of me here and there, right? I'm not this like crazy alpha dude. Like, I'm pretty goofy in real life, right? So y'all get to see a little bit of that. But I appreciate y'all. Again, share it with a friend. Links are in the description if you're interested in getting coached for YouTube and growing your audience, obviously, right? Because we're living in a new time. The digital age is something that is important. I can help you. I promise you, I can help you. I'm already helping a good amount of guys now. Links are in the description. Group coaching, one-on-one coaching. I think everybody should do the group coaching, because you're just going to get a lot more information. It's going to help you with just how you, like, psychology, marketing in general. Everyone needs to know these things, but specifically for YouTube, just so you can make money, start to get some financial freedom. I got y'all, right? And no, this is not a scam. I hate when people say that, right? I'm just helping you learn what I've already learned. I've already gotten the results, and I have the blueprint, and I'm teaching you the blueprint. You can apply the blueprint and get similar results, or get more results than you could if you didn't. It's not a scam. I don't even know what scam is. So that's for the haters in there, but appreciate y'all. Catch you on the next video.